Welcome to Red Recaps. Have you seen this action-packed movie, The Extraction? Well, in today's video, we'll be doing a review of the movie, and it promises to be a triple package as this movie is filled with suspense, action, and compassion. Ensure to watch until the very end. Let's get going. In Wimba, India, a teenager, Ovi Mahajan Jr., is the son of the biggest drug lord in India. One night, he gets kidnapped while he's out with his friends. The kidnappers work for Mahajan's rival, the biggest drug lord in Bangladesh, Amir Asif Mahajan's lieutenant. Saju Rath goes to see him in prison to tell him the bad news, and Mahajan Sr. tells Saju that Ovi's kidnapping isn't about ransom, it's about humiliating him. He demands Saju go to Asu's compound and extract him. Well, Saju says it would take an army, as Mahajan's assets are frozen. Saju takes it upon himself to get Ovi back. He said he knows someone who could get the job done. In Kimberley, Australia, there is Tyler, an Australian mercenary, having beer with his friends near a cliffside. Tala jumps off the cliff into the water below, shocking his friends. When he gets home, Nick Khan is waiting for him. He tells about the extraction job and that it's quite a tricky one. Nick watches concerned as he drinks and takes pills, and decides it was a mistake to come to him thinking he had a death wish. He insists he just needs the money, and she agrees to it as long as he shows up sober. They both travel to Dhaka, Bangladesh, and meet with the team. They get intel on the extraction. Tyler goes into the city to meet with the ransom ooze, and they cover his head and lure him into the web. When he's unmasked, they demand the money. He refuses with proof. They show Tyler. He found a guy alive in another room with an assist from his team of snipers tighter than Warren. Lee takes out the kidnappers. He frees Ovi and makes their escape from the building. Asif is informed by the colonel that they no longer have Ovi, and then orders the city and all transport out of it to be shut down. Tyler films a video showing he has Ovi and he's on his way to the extraction point. Nick and the team command headquarters did not receive the phone. They were supposed to be transferred upon the receipt of the video. The rest of Tyler's team waiting at the extraction point are ambushed and killed by Bangladeshi police who descend on the extraction point forcefully. Tyler and Ovi try to escape. As they are escaping, an armed man starts chasing them, who turns out to be Saju, who yells at Ovi to come to him. Oh my! Is Saju there to help or what? This is getting more interesting. Ovi wants to go, but Tyler throws a grenade, and they both run as fast as they could. Ovi asks Tyler to let him go to Saju, who works for his father, but Tyler finds everything suspicious. Tyler and the police have a long and winding car chase, which then leads to a foot chase, where Tyler must fight and kill many of the armed corps. They are all keeping Ovi safe. Tyler and Ovi find a place to hide. Tyler instructs Ovi on how to help him tend his wound. They called Tyler and informed him that Saju was his ex-Special Forces wife. She tells Tyler that they were played. They wanted the team to extract the kid. They never intended to pay them. He gives them information on where the next extraction point is and tells them he has to leave, and he will be leaving Ovi behind. He doesn't want to leave Ovi behind and tells Nick to find him the money. As Tyler and Ovi begin to head toward the next extraction point, they're attacked by serving child soldiers. They put up a fight, but Tyler can subdue them and take them away into the sewers. He calls Nick for aid. He is dismayed that she has ended the story and tells her to call Gasper, an old mercenary currently living in the area. When Gasper arrives, he picks them up and takes them to his house. He and Tyler have a drink. Gasper tells him that getting out of the city will be incredibly difficult. Back at Gasper's house, Ovi apologizes to Tyler, saying it's his fault Tyler almost died. Tyler tells Ovi it's not his fault. Ovi asks Tyler if he was always this brave and if Tyler had a family, and he tells them he had a wife who he hadn't seen in a long time and a son who died a few years ago of lymphoma. He was in Afghanistan when his son died, having gone voluntarily, unable to bear watching his son die. He tells us he isn't brave at all later. Gasper tells Tyler that there is no way they can get out of Bangladesh alive. Asif will never let it happen. He's made a deal with Asif for $10 million. They both get to live if they give the kid up. They had a brutal fight, and before Gasper can bash Tyler's head, Ovi enters with a gun when Gasper charges at him or he shoots him twice, killing him. Tyler comforts him as he cries out. Tyler calls Sarju and arranges a meeting, telling Sarju he just wants to get Ovi out. Tyler tells him he will draw the enemies far in order to give Sarju a chance to get him to the other side safely. Sarju and Ovi had the chance to make it to the breakout of the city in a car, but when they get caught in traffic, they're forced to continue on foot. When they are stopped by the police sergeant, he gets into a firefight with them. Asif observes from a distance. Sarju is shot in the head by a sniper and killed, leaving Ovi alone. Nick manages to snipe out the sniper, and Tyler gets most of the ones on the ground, but he's gravely wounded. Ovi arrives and holds his hand, crying. At that point, Tyler told Ovi to run as fast as he could to the helicopter as Tyler begged him to get out. Eventually, Ovi runs when the coast is clear. Tyler gets up and heads for the extraction, but a bullet rips through his neck as Ovi and Nick watch in horror as Tyler falls off the bridge. Wait a minute, did Tyler actually die? Oh no, this is really a disaster. Let's watch till the end. 8 months later, Ovi has returned home to India, while Asif remains in power in Bangladesh as he enters. When Nick enters the bathroom, he shoots him in the head multiple times. He lays on the ground and he dives into the swimming pool and surfaces. As he's previously told Tyler, it's not falling into the water that drowns someone, but not being able to get back above the water. When Ovi comes up from the water, a man appears to be watching over from the outside of the pool, which could be Tyler. Wow, what an intriguing film. What an ending. If you really enjoyed this video, love the suspense and action, leave a comment down below and let us know what you think about the movie. And also, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell for more of our videos. If you love this movie's intensity and action, check out our links below to watch it. Thanks for watching Red Recaps. See you in the next video.